Good evening, Gills fans, and welcome back to Gills in the Blood TV this evening with myself and Boz. Looking back at Tuesday night's game. Boz, you didn't attend. You watched the highlights, I believe. Yeah. I was there with Stocky and Owen for the channel. 3-2 defeat to Colchester United of League 2 in the Leasings.com trophy. Same old problems this season.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Looked decent going forward, had plenty of the ball.
I said to you both in the group chat after all three goals looked preventable, and I said that a couple of times.
Yeah, and I watched the highlights and can only back that up, unfortunately.
The first one, 3 or 4 players just back off and just let them keep coming forward.
Yeah, and I think Walsh can be quicker off his line. I think Walsh goes with his feet instead of his hands for the second one.
I said to Stocky with the second one, I think he's anticipating a guy in front of him is going to get a touch.
But I still don't get why he's gone with his foot out.
I think he stuck his foot out because he thinks the guy's going to try and poke it to his left. I might be wrong, but...
I'm not sure. I just think if he goes down like that, if he gets kicked, he gets a free kick.
It doesn't look too good on him, but I would say in his defence, I think he thinks the striker's going to get a touch.
And in fairness to Evans, Evans hasn't dug him out at all in the press today.
No,
he said he's
going
to learn. Yeah, exactly.
You know, I hope he plays all the games in that competition.
Should do, yeah. Minimum of 3 competitive games then already. So, by no means are we saying Joe Walsh is a bad keeper or anything like that, but it is something to learn from. Millwall was the standout game. He was very, very impressive. But yeah, had loads of the ball.
He had like a mixed match back 4 in front of him, didn't they?
Who did we have? Hodgson, yeah, he's not been regular recently. It was only Ogilvie then, yeah. Oh, and Tom O'Connor, but he's only just arrived. He struggled as well.
Yeah, I see a few people saying he wasn't as good as last week.
Yeah, it was a bit different coming up against an adult at right wing rather than a 16, 17-year-old Bolton winger who probably weighed about 7 stone ringing wet, bless him, the lad on Saturday. Again, by no means was Tom O'Connor poor, but you could just tell that it was only his second senior game. Jack Tucker, of the 3 youngsters, was probably the best of the 3. Couple of moments second half where he got drawn to the ball a little too easily, but aside from that, he looks like he's going to be a very good centre half in a couple of years, which is bodes only well for us. And
I think he'll play a fair few games this season. I don't mean like he'll start 10, 20 games.
No, but I think he'll be around the 18 on quite a few times, yeah. And obviously he's another one that should play in all these Leasings.com games. But yeah, in terms of standouts for us, the big man up front, the one that Stocky keeps beating a drum for, Mika Mandron was really, really good. I think I tweeted out yesterday. 90 minutes played, scored 4 shots. He played 3 key passes, 31 passes completed, 120 plus aerial duels. Probably could have had another one.
And yet you say about the aerial duels, and yet I think with a goal, he scores that because the defender doesn't jump, does he?
I think you'd have to give credit to Mika more than Tom Easton. The only thing I'd say about Tom Easton there is he's only just come on the pitch. I think he'd only been on 5 minutes because their centre half, who was almost a clone of Mika Mandron, weirdly, just without hair, they'd had a good battle all game, but he looked like he pulled up with hamstring problems. So I'd say in that respect, Easton probably wasn't up to speed with the game, but Mandron still had quite a bit to do at the back post, and he wasn't getting a free jump at all. Just the sheer size of the bloke. And then he did it a little while later in injury time and unfortunately got penalised. It was a push in the back. And everyone's probably seen my reaction cut short on the Matchday Live.
Made me laugh.
Always a winner. Yeah, but to sum up again, good going forward. Had loads of the ball. 4 shots on target they had.
What we've seen all season so far.
And they scored from 3 of them, unfortunately. So the first one is, like you say, they come through us too easily. We just keep dropping off. Walsh is probably slow off his line. The second one, similar to the Burton goal, you think, how's it got in from there? Because it didn't look to be like hit with that much venom.
Which is what I'm saying. I think the guys, like in that mindset of cross-come shot, just fizz it across the box. And I really think Walsh is anticipating the striker's going to touch it.
Only Joe knows that. And the third goal, unfortunately, we all get attracted to the ball again. The centre-backs get drawn.
They played some good football, I think, for that goal.
Yeah, but we all get sucked across. If we just hold our shape, then they don't have that free overload on the back post.
Against Bolton last week, where like Bonham would take a goal kick, and we'd be like all down the right hand side, and we go, and there's someone free on the left. And
it was the full-backs last week, wasn't it? Yeah. Which is all right when you're attacking because you can't get punished, but because you've got the ball. But when you're defending, we all got sucked to like a third into the penalty area, and then all of a sudden they got a massive overload. And to be fair, it was a decent finish, clapped it on off the bar, and then it was like the Alamo for the last 10 minutes.
I couldn't see which player it was. He missed a sitter at the end.
For them or us?
For us.
No, it was Tom O'Connor. He was unlucky. He got something on it, but he just sort of hit the keeper in the stomach and dropped right next to him.
That's what I thought. But anywhere else, and that's probably a goal.
Yeah. Or if he'd scuffed it and shinned it, it might roll past the keeper. But I think he caught it so clean and it was so close to the keeper that it sort of hit him in the stomach and just rolled literally next to him, and he picked it up with his hands, and that was the last chance. I think the whistle went shortly after that.
Yeah.
Question though.
Go on.
is the supposed lack of Tommy's replacement, lack of striker problem, as big an issue as we're making out? Or have we all got it into our heads a little bit that because Tom Eves left, we've got to get another Tom Eves in? We spoke beginning of the season about distributing the goals. Brandon Hanlon's got 2. All right, he's not been great this season, but he's got 2 in 5.
Yeah.
If he goes on at that rate for the rest of the season, he scores 18 if he plays 50 games. Alex Jakubiak's got 3 in his first 5 or 6.
I think, to be fair, he could have 1 or 2 more as well.
So could Hanlon.
Yeah.
Mandron's off the mark, and that's his first start.
And I think he'd get more if he started wrong regular.
Ollie Lee got 2 on debut, playing number 10. And Jolly's off the mark. That's 5 attacking players there that are already scoring. O'Keefe got off the mark Tuesday. Conor Ogilvie scored. Yeah, really good finish.
Really
Similar to the Ollie Lee one at the weekend. That's probably the only place he can get it. So I don't think... My personal opinion is I think we're just clinging on to this Tom Eves replacement a little bit too much. I mean, it'd be great if we could, of course. You can't have too many good players. But are we just sort of becoming a bit obsessed with it?
So I've got 2 sides to it. Firstly, I'd say... the thing that all summer we've been going on about, we're after a striker, and that striker hasn't come.
Yeah.
Which is why the fans are rightly kicking up. Why I'd say it if it's not...
Oh, of course, yeah, that's a slightly different subject. Don't keep promising us one if there's not one coming in. But I'm just looking, if you're just coming in, looking at that squad and who's scored so far...
Well, on the flip side, I will say, are we expecting more because we've got Steve Evans? Because of his record?
Because everyone keeps going, he's won promotion X amount of times.
I'd say we've got a better squad than last season, but... are we really a top 6 side?
Probably 1 or 2 short at the moment, which is what Evans has said for the last few
weeks. I think maybe
weeks.
we all did, and I know my up I did as well, a little bit in pre-season, got a little bit overexcited. Because
I think the Charlton game gave us a bit of belief, didn't it? Because we were very good that day against a championship side who were absolutely flying as well in their division, and they was pretty much at full strength that day as well. I'm going to stick to my position 9th at the moment, unless we can get in another couple.
Ninth, didn't I? I think I do.
So, but I think we've become a little bit obsessed with it. I was looking at a bit of stats, and I know we have to be careful because Bolton is a slight misrepresentation. Last season, in our first 7 competitive games, we conceded 10. We've conceded 11 this season. So that's 1 more. Last season, in 7 competitive games, we scored 9. We've scored 13 this season. So even if you said we only beat Bolton 2-0, that's only 3 less. So that'd still be 10. So that'd still be more than last season. Yeah. And we are spreading the goals around the squad like we said we had to do. In terms of what you said on the squad, I think the first 11 looks very good. And the people on the bench, it's just we need numbers now. And
which is, as I said to you in the group chat the other day, it worries me slightly if these players keep leaving. And
what we got now, 21, 22?
And I think that's including Tucker and Walsh, isn't it?
Yeah, I've not included Campbell in that, or Woods, or TJ Bramble.
I don't think TJ Bramble ever played for us.
So
I really don't. Roman Campbell, sure. I think, potentially
doing well at sitting ball, but again, obviously it's a massive step up. So yeah, get him there, let him play games. Yeah. It's absolutely fine. My personal opinion, I don't know what you think, Gilles fans, is that we've just got so in our heads that we have to directly replace Tom Eves.
So another take on it, we as a club, we knew a long time ago Tom Eves wouldn't be signing a new deal.
Mm-hmm.
They announced it, didn't they? It's January time.
That it was ongoing, but it didn't look likely.
And then you say, Evans was going to games from February?
He was at Wickham, which was end of February, yeah.
So we've had long enough. We knew there was going to be a problem. And we haven't really... That's my question. Is Steve Evans seeing it as much as a problem as we're making it out? Or does he think these players that we've got, the Mandrons, the Jakubiaks, the Charles Cooks, the Marshalls, the Hanlons, the Njollis, the Ollie Lees, are going to spread out that 22 goals that he got last season amongst themselves? Because let's be honest, last season we had Tom Eves 22, Brandon Hanlon 9, Elliot List 8. No one got more than 5 after that. No.
We've got 3 players halfway to 5 already.
You say as well we were poor for a lot of last season. You could harp on about it all day, couldn't you? It's different.
Yeah, it was just something I was looking at, and it makes for a good discussion. So, Gilles fans, let us know what you think. Obviously, if you haven't switched off yet, which would be great. Anyway, enough about that. We do have a new signing to talk about. That is this man.
We're quite positive.
Coming up on your screen. I got well confused with that second tweet they put out yesterday in the build-up. I couldn't work it out. I see there was a Pringles twin, and then I see the reply, and I thought, Ben Pringle. Yeah. Signed yesterday afternoon. 248 games in the Championship, League 1 and League 2. 24 goals and 38 assists. 30 years old. So, involved directly in a goal in his football career once every 4 games, exactly. So, if he plays 48 games this season, he's going to be directly involved in 12 goals at that ratio. From midfield, happy days. Goes back to what we've already been speaking about. Obviously, your football manager, man. He done really well at Rotherham, didn't he, as well? But he played for some good clubs.
He did, and I tweeted it out yesterday, and the I Had Trials Once podcast didn't even credit me with it.
I'm about 2/3 of the way through. It's a really good listen, to be fair.
So the I Had Trials Once podcast, Gareth said and Jordan Horn, ex-Salford players, it's genuinely non-league chat. They have ex-league players on as well. They did an interview with Ben Pringle maybe 6-7 weeks ago.
End of July, I think it was. 25th of July, I'm sure it said on iTunes.
I've tweeted it. I think you've retweeted it as well now.
Yeah, I quoted it last night. It's been a good listen.
And he has worked with Evans before. He does talk about Evans in it. So if people are interested,
go and check it out. It is in my retweets, and I think it's in Boz's retweets as well.
Interesting start to his career.
He was a weird one, wasn't he? So he started off at Wallsend Boys, of Alan Shearer fame, I believe, and then ended up at Ilkeston via West Brom, and then straight to Derby.
Yeah, he's a good listen.
And then dropped down to League 2 with Rotherham, and then got promoted twice in 2 seasons back to the Championship, and then left and went to Fulham, correct? And that's as far as I've got, so I'm going to listen to the rest on the way to work tomorrow. But yeah, well worth a check out, and it is, I think the Twitter handle is I Once Had Trials.
No, it's I Had Trials Once.
I Had Trials Once. I've just got dyslexia.
It is good. I've been listening to it now for a couple of months.
So yeah, it's another one to add to your subscribe list if you do a lot of driving or whatever, or train journeys.
On the Ben Pringle thing, me and Stocky were talking about an hour ago about where we think he's going to fit in. I wonder if he'll come in place of Byrne, because I've just got a feeling Evans doesn't quite rate Byrne as much as we do.
I disagree.
Because Byrne's been playing on the left, hasn't he, of the 3?
He can go the other side.
He can, but then he's not going to drop out Ollie Lee's now in, isn't he?
So he can drop out Matty Willock. Straight swap.
Right, yeah, we would do that after what we saw last week, but Evans has been raving.
Well, he's injured again, isn't he, apparently?
Well, he said he's taken a knock.
Apparently he was spotted at the game on Tuesday with a brace on his knee. So, but anyway, we'll get to that bit in a minute.
So yeah, where do you think he's going to play? Do you think we'll go to
looking at Transfer Market and WhoScored.com and SoccerBase, these are websites that I use all the time for Gills related stuff. It says he can play from either side and he can play centre mid. So, and last week we played Mike Marshall from the side of the diamond. So, we'll get to it in a minute. We'll do team news in a minute. Let's just jump in the subject, taking over.
Not quite seamless as it's on the podcast. Is
a good signing though, to sum up. I think it's a very good signing.
Pleased with that one.
But yeah, seamless. We do have a game at the weekend, which Ben Pringle will be involved with, and we travel up north to take on this lot. Tranmere Rovers away, back-to-back promotions, probably still riding the crest of a wave somewhat, despite only 1 win in their first 5 games, I think it is.
Similar start to us, I think,
yeah, we got 1 more point. They've gone lost, won, lost, drawn, and we've gone drawn, lost, won. So both solitary win, we've got 1 extra draw. I think. Yeah, we've got 2 draws and 2 defeats. They've got 1 draw and 3 defeats. But a creditable point last week against Rotherham, who are fancy to do well this season.
Be up there this season.
At home, Tranmere have only played twice. Lost at home to Rochdale and beat Bolton Wanderers Kids 5-0.
Rochdale annoy me. It's just a team I don't like.
After last season,
and they've been playing well as well.
But they look to be a good side, in credit to them. And away, we've only played twice. Drew with Doncaster Rovers opening day of the season and lost 1-0 at Coventry a couple of weeks ago. So, again, in terms of home and away form, there's not a lot in it. Stephen Payne, ex-Gills, is one name that stands out. Morgan Ferrier started the season well as well. They've both got 2 goals. They're their top scorers.
Ferrier's out, isn't he?
He's done it again. But Ferrier's out. There you go. Look at this. We're doing this together tonight. Apparently he's got a knee problem, along with about 7 or others that are injured or suspended. Apparently both right backs are injured.
Yeah, I read Gabriel Sutton's preview just before we started this, and they played Sid Nelson, who's a centre back.
Ex-Millwall.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's been playing right back, or he's actually a centre half. You said they've got like 8 injuries, didn't you?
There was something that Owen sent me last night. I woke up to it this morning, a message which was something from a local journalist up there, and he'd basically done a part 1 of a preview, and it said that they've definitely got 8 out, either with injuries or suspensions. I think the first choice right back's injured, the second choice right back suspended, and they've got 3 or 4 out who've picked up knee problems or hamstring problems on their training pitch, and apparently they're looking into it.
But there's nothing we can worry about. We've just got to go and do our job, but obviously it'd help.
Their centre mid's quite old in terms of football.
Careful what you say.
That's what I said in terms of football. They've got Darren Potter, ex-Liverpool.
Quite a long
Been
time
around
ago.
a while now, yeah. He's 34 now.
And he's the youngster of the two, you said before we come
he's
on
still
here.
got a bit. I'm sure he scored a couple of long-range goals last season. And the other one's David Perkins, who's 37 now.
It's a good age.
Wigan, Rochdale, he's been around a while, hasn't he?
Very northern based apparently,
Yeah.
they haven't really come south of the Midlands at all.
So you'd hope that in centre midfield we can at least outrun them.
You think so, yeah. But obviously, like I've said already, we've got to make sure that we go out there with a game plan and we stick to it and we do everything that we have to do properly. And then I think we've got a good chance to pick up another win. But team news for us, there's no Gabriel Zaquani now, so he's gone. That was last week, wasn't it? We spoke about that on the pod.
Have you been watching his Instagram stories?
I think
he's moving, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd imagine something might be
close.
close. Yeah, nice close up of someone's arse this evening. I managed to look at while I was eating the curry, so cheers, Gab, for that. Yeah, but I hope he gets a club because model professional. I think Dara McCantley was being quite vocal in social media saying he's already contacted him, so and he's been there before, so that would make sense. Player coach, I think a few of their fans said they wouldn't be averse to that. His fourth choice centre half, but it depends whether Gab wants to still carry on trying to play, doesn't it? So our only injury problem. And a quick question for you on him is Matty Willock. Apparently he's got a knee problem now. Spotted at the ground Tuesday with a brace on or some sort of knee support.
Then I read Evan said today that they'd give him 24 hours.
Well, we'll see then. But if he's got another knock, I wouldn't risk him personally because we've got to be careful.
He wasn't great last weekend, to be honest. I think
Two words.
Things have been managed back.
What 2 words am I going to say that are concerning?
About Matty Willock.
Is it too early to start thinking we've got another one?
A little bit early.
But we have only seen him for 45 minutes since Southend, so. But we'll see, and hopefully he's all right for the weekend or next week at worst. And
I don't think we need to rush him back.
No, I think midfield's probably an area where we are well stacked again. My team would be same back five as last week. Well, I've made one change, that makes it easier. No, I haven't. I've made 2 changes from last week's starting 11. I would put Ben Pringle straight in for Matty Willock.
I don't know, because I think he hasn't had a pre-season, has he? Oh, he was training with Bolton for a little while, I read.
So I think he's been training with a couple of clubs.
I don't know if I put him straight in.
We had this chat about Ollie Lee last week, so.
We did, and look what happened there.
But again, it was Bolton's kids. And the other change I'd make, I'd take Brandon Hanlon out this week and I would play big Mika Mandron alongside Alex Jakubiak in a 4-4-2 diamond. My bench would be Joe Walsh, Lee Hodson, Stuart O'Keefe, Regan Charles Cook, Michael Anjoli, Mark Marshall and Brandon Hanlon. Not bad, is it?
The only change I'd probably do there is I would take Pringle out and probably stick O'Keefe in from the start.
What, move Burn across and play?
Yeah.
You keep Jones at the base though, surely?
Yeah, I'm in love with that man. He'll play Premier League football one day.
Yeah, definitely.
Very, very good player.
We keep saying it, I think he will. Right, main question. Score prediction.
I think we're going to concede because that's just what we do, isn't it?
Can't disagree.
I will say, what did I say? Like I said 3-2 last week, didn't I? I will go for a nervy 2-1.
Tranmere 1, Gills 2. Goal scorers?
I think Mandarin to get both.
I was going to say the same then, that would have been spooky, wouldn't it? I'd have had to find some sort of X-Files music to go over the top. I've said Mikael Mandron and Ollie Lee in a 2-1 win, so.
Well, Ollie Lee's taking all the set pieces now.
I was unlucky the other night, Tuesday night.
The free kick on it, very close.
Skimmed the top of the bar and I think he thought it was in, it just didn't quite come down in time. Right, that is all from us this evening. We will not be...
Just one more thing. Ian Cox, have you seen the news?
I was going back to Bournemouth as a community coach or something.
Yeah.
So
good for him.
Good luck to Cox, yeah.
At least he's staying in the game.
Yeah, definitely, because he's got a lot to offer, top bloke as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the best to Ian Cox. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
We're definitely done. Right, we will not be at the game Saturday, unfortunately. You was up for this one, weren't you?
I was, but you and Stocky can't do it. I'm not travelling that way on my own.
I'm on husband duties because it's the other half's birthday at the weekend, so I shall be in London for the day. I'll be back Monday night with a Monday review, hopefully to talk about 3 points. And then roll on next week, which is Wickham at home, I think, the following Saturday.
A return of Josh Parker.
And
Bayo.
the Beast again. So, as always...
they signed Rolando Aarons this week, didn't they?
Mental
But
signing.
he was in the Championship playing really well 2 seasons ago.
Well, Newcastle wanted him out on loan, but obviously he couldn't go to the Championship, so they told him to drop in the League One. They signed him and that Fred on your dimmer in the last 3 weeks. Mad signings, and fair play to Gareth Ainsworth and the Wickham board, but...
Yeah, they suddenly... Usually they're a side who have like hard-working players, but suddenly they might have a bit of...
There was one that I suggested as well in the last couple of days. Callum Harriott went back to Colchester to done a 2-year deal. I think that's an excellent signing for them in League Two. If you get him fit, he was very good there the first time around, which earned his move to Charlton, I think.
Saying he would still be a Championship player, it wasn't for his fitness. So.
Yeah, he's had a couple of bad injuries, I think. Right, we're definitely done.
Yes, I think that's it.
100%.
Not 100, but I'm close.
Right. As always, you know what to do. Comment on YouTube down below. Speak to us on Facebook. Speak to us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. And until next time, up the Gills.